Ooh, it's cold out there.
How's it going? Good to see you.
Right.
Couldn't believe it. I just redid it. So, gather together for a minute? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we're in an interesting position because making like a major label debut record, the chances of you making a record that you want to make are pretty much slim to none. And we made the record we want to make.
And we need to get the drums back in shape, and I think we're probably fairly close to something on the bass, but then just spend a little bit of time sort of getting some sounds.
The record that we obviously didn't want to make was a perfect record. You know, was the record that everybody makes. You know, that everybody spends thousands and thousands of dollars on to be absolutely perfect. You know, every note is perfect. All the voices are perfectly in tune. You know, by some machine, and Pro Tools is fixing everything and every little thing. And we didn't want to make a record that sounded like that. We wanted to make a record that represented who we were, which is just imperfect human beings, you know, who like to play music, and we wanted to capture it the way that all of our favorite records were captured, you know, and that's what we did, and it ended up sounding like us. It is imperfect, and people can relate with that, and so in that case, it's perfect to me.
It's just, you know, the first record experience is just, you don't know what to expect. As far as all of these songs that I sing on, I wasn't just standing there. I was moving around and really trying to get lost in the music, just like a live show. I wanted it to be very from the heart as far as my singing went, and not necessarily perfect. Just, I don't know. Just that's kind of how I like. That's kind of how I like to do art. It's more reckless and more dramatic. I feel like I accomplished that with this album, and I felt like I learned a lot.
I think just going into the process of this album, I think we remained to be really open. I think just now we're coming into our own as far as like who we are individually as musicians, what we each bring to the table individually, and I think in each song there's a certain feeling or mood that we're in, you know, and throughout that course I feel like the album will take you through a journey, and you know, the overall feeling of the album is you know, very redemptive in a way, and I feel like that reflects a lot on you know, our own views and outlooks on life.
Well, we're definitely very artistically controlling band. I think more than anybody we know. It's always hard to let someone else have a part or have a say in the things that are so close to your heart. And that's just a relationship that we had to build with Jacquire over time, but it was definitely something that right off the bat we were very easily brought into like a trusting relationship with him and trusting his opinion and the things he had to say about our music. And he was very, the way he goes about things, it's just his style is it's very organic and very free, and it's more in line with what we would want to do.
Before, it's like when you guys stick on the E, it's like you're like a half step down from where he is, which is which is the part that makes me uncomfortable in that moment. It creates a sort of a different type of tension that I don't know if we want that.
Your bass line just doesn't have to.
Yeah, because he actually plays an E note there when you go to the E.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that helps the chorus for me a lot.
Having someone that you really respect working with you is a really great process. It would have been way different if it was someone that we were forced to work with by a label, who's not worked on projects that we're really excited about. And he's made some of the records that we really love and been involved in them, and having that before we even met him was a nice comforting thing. Jacquire's an interesting guy because he's a sweetheart, but also he has like the other side of him where, if he's gonna yell at us or curse at us, he's going to, and that's all part of what's made things great, is he's one of the most loving guys that I've met. But at the same time, he knows when to push our buttons, and he knows when to force us like into a corner to where like our natural emotional response is going to be something great,
What you have in our band is a pretty funny situation. There's 5 very strong personalities and 5 almost leaders, which is it's very challenging actually in a group, but it's also very rewarding too, so it's worth the frustration. Sometimes you don't see that until later, and you got to just be patient, and it's something we've learned to do as we've been together longer, is to learn how to work together and to try to understand where each other's coming from.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to wring each other's necks, man, but the only reason it works like that is because everybody's got good ideas. If you have 5 great ideas as opposed to 2 or 1, why wouldn't you use that to your advantage,
We've developed our communication as a band over the last few years, and there'll be times where to an outsider it would appear that like we're having like major problems, but to us it's just like, no, this is how we work. I think Jacquire learned really quickly how we work, we learned how he worked, and it was just, we're 5 opinionated guys, then we get this other opinionated guy in there who's, very concerned with the art he's making as well. And, it could have spelled disaster, but it didn't.
I mean, not enough to feel like it's like the featured instrument, but I like feeling like I can actually play it.
I want to hear that piano on the chorus, like especially the part that's like doom 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 doom.
Yeah, that.
That's like, that was my favorite part when Dave tracked that.
Well, I know that I stand alone in saying that, and I think I've stood alone like a lot in seeing things as trying to keep them as realistic as possible. So I mean, it was just me stating my opinion that the more realistic, the better. But I know that I feel like I'm the lone.
I feel like it should be realistic too, but at the same time, I'm not scared to like. For me personally, just like someone can hear the piano and it's not there live. I'm not. For some reason, that just doesn't worry me. I don't know why, but I can see your point. I just think it's like, the way I see it is just kind of like why do we lay it down? If I couldn't even hear I don't know. To me, it just in the end, like in the reprise, like you can kind of hear a little bit of that stuff, but I couldn't pick out the piano at all in the rest of the song. So I would just like to hear it like a little bit.
Yeah, and
Maybe it's just my ears.
I personally place this song too as not one of the ones that like that is like really realistic. Like we're not gonna. There's so much stuff already in there that we're not gonna have like the auto harp, especially in the reprise, like the flute, like. There's just so much stuff that it's already kind of like more of a magical song in my. I don't know. You might not.
No, I know. Like I said, you don't have to talk me into it. I've just always wanted it to keep it as realistic as possible. I mean, like I said, I know that I stand alone in saying that, but we're not going to be able to play a couple of these songs the way that they are on the album. That's all I'm saying. And so the more realistic, the better.
Everything else though, as far as like tones and how everything sounded really good to me. I feel like Derek's bass especially sounds really good, just because like those long drawn out notes, and like the guitars sound, the auto harp like sounds great on the choruses.
I'm with Wyatt on the background vocals though.
Yeah, no,
I
me
vote
too.
for having him not even in there personally.
I'd like to listen to him without him even in there.
I just think it should fade out before you hear it end. You know?
Wait, did he fade it out more than once before?
You know?
Oh, we sound better?
Sounds
Yeah.
amazing.
It sounds great. The piano's awesome.
So what's the discussion about the fade?
Did you fade out on this version more than the last version?
It's the same. Exactly.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I didn't touch anything in the end of the song.
I like how it just stops and it's like talking. And
Yeah, and there's
I
like that
it.
last drum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then it's fine.
There still is a little bit of this where some stuff gets closer and some stuff
Yeah.
gets far
Yeah.
away.
I like that.
That stuff's cool. It's just the whole thing coming down.
Yeah.
Part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Well, let me do that and play it for you. Let's get
Wait,
that.
do what?
What?
The fade thing. Let's just make sure.
No, we're not.
We
No,
don't
we
fade it.
like it how it is
Yeah.
right now.
Oh. I thought you didn't want.
We're like, what are you
No.
gonna do?
Whatever is how it is fine. We like
It's
it.
cool. It's
to.
perfect.
Somebody just said something about the not hearing the drum when it ended and all that.
No,
No,
he said
cool
it's
last
cool
drum.
when
He
you
likes the way it sounds.
Yeah, but we wanted fade.
I'm fading it. Okay.
There's
what do you
good
think about the
things-
snare drum now? Is it too soft?
No, I like it better. What's on there? Is there like a amp on there? Like a
Yes. Yeah. There's amp on it.
We want fade.
I liked it a lot better this time. Just wondering maybe if you like amped it a little more.
It's just gonna It's
What's
gonna make it softer.
The
The more we dirty it, the less it's gonna have. Less of a punctuated sound. It's gonna be.
It's good.
Yeah, snare sounds good, man.
Okay.
Well done, man. Sounds
Well done.
unbelievable.
Yeah, it sounds.
Thank you for putting up with us. As always.
You're welcome. Thanks for putting up with me.
Thanks, Dad.
What? It has been hard being cooped up in the studio. At the same time, it's been good because it allows you to really rethink everything and grow a lot as an artist. And then, when it comes time to play again, like I feel like we'll have matured a lot and just learned a lot of things about ourselves and about playing together, and that will all come together and be beautiful.
6 o'clock.
Is Dan gonna go?
Yeah.